I don't think I have to say much more than it's Dirty Thursday. Oh, yeah. Nolan Olmstead, Heather MacDonald from Devils Lake Speedway in the studio today. We're going to be talking about the upcoming season and more. No idea where Chad Hoff is, the other half of the Bullring Boys, but I'm going to talk about where he works anyway, Northwest Tire. In Grand Forks here, they're looking for a front counter salesperson. You'll be working with customers, writing up work orders, deal with selling tires and inventory of them. Pay will depend on experience. They've got great benefit package, PTO, health insurance, 401k, and more. If you have any questions, call Chad, 701-780-8473, or you can apply online at nwtire.com. Big spring savings, too, at Northwest Tire. $70 rebate, instant rebate on Bridgestone tires. Same with Firestone. And also $30 when you use your Northwest credit card. All right, all rebates apply on sets of 4 passengers or light truck tires in stock. That's good through the 30th, good through the end of the month. So there you go. Thank you to Northwest Tire for being a sponsor on Dirty Thursday. If you have any questions or comments, our number is 701-213-0863. We love it when you text or call us. Before we get too much further, time now for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. I hate spring cleaning. I hate spring cleaning. The damn things, they bounce all over the place. Okay, fine. You didn't like that one. How about I used to date a twin, and my buddy asked me, how can you tell the difference? I said, well, one of them's name is Jeff. Come on. All right. A couple of things I do want to talk about. 5th Annual Home of Economy Racer Showcase is a week from Saturday. That's April 22nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. A lot of things going on at Home of Economy that day. Your favorite race car driver, go. Of course, the food with the Grand Forks Central Wrestling Team. See who's who in the racing world around here, and go check that out. Grand Forks Best Source. We will be there. We will be live. And now, let's see here. Oh, and I've also got some raffle tickets in the studio. If you guys are looking, $10 a ticket for Forks Karting Association, a chance to win some big-time money. They've got one $2,000 prize, one $1,000 prize, four $500, seven $250, and 10 $100 giveaways. There we go. All right, I'm going to start to my left. Nolan, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, John.
Good,
How
good.
you doing?
I'm doing good. How you been?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
It's been a long winter, but we're getting over it finally.
Gosh. I know. How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah? Skating's all done?
Thank God.
Yeah, well, you don't like those 4 o'clock in the morning things or what?
Yeah, waking up at 4:30, leaving the house at 5:30 to be at the rink by 6, and it's to be a little rough after a while.
Mm-hmm. How long until those kids get a driver's license?
Well, Aubrey turns 14 on the Saturday of the John Seitz Memorial.
Oh, okay.
So she can't take her permit test that day because DMV will be closed that day. So I'm sure Monday we will be rushing over to DMV.
Sure.
To take her permit test.
Do you take it right in Devil's Lake, or do you have to come to Grand Forks? Or,
no, we can take it right in Devil's Lake.
You mean they don't have a DMV in Doyen?
We do not. No. All we have is an elevator and a bar and a church.
And a racetrack.
Yep.
a racetrack.
There you go. Speaking of racetracks, I know I've been watching you on social media. Everybody's got snow. Everybody's got a ton of snow. But how's it looking at Devils Lake Speedway right now?
Well, we moved a lot of snow last week. So my dad and a friend of ours, we borrowed a big, huge tractor and or a payloader and moved a lot of snow. So it's drying up quick, but we're still going to need some time.
Oh, yeah. And people are saying, and I keep saying this, not a lot of frost this year.
No.
And that is going to be a huge, huge deal right there. A lot of people don't realize, too, is it's usually the track is the least thing to worry about, except for spring with the frost and everything. But it's usually the infield, the pits, all those kind of areas. People tend to forget that you still got to be able to get in and out of the place.
Yeah, we don't usually worry about the infield of the track because we have a really good drainage system.
Oh, sure. You actually have one of those,
Yeah,
huh?
we have a huge culvert that goes right in the middle of the track that shoves it out to a slough. So,
that's nice.
Yeah, it automatically drains, so that's all good. The thing this year was we've never seen snow all the way on the track, all the way around.
Oh, really?
Where normally it's just corner 4 is full, and then the rest of the track, usually the sun will... you'll either blow off or it just won't be there at all. And this year, the whole track was white. first year I've ever seen that.
Wow.
Since I've been here.
Did you get those pics that I sent you? Oh, she sent me a bunch of pictures, and I sent them.
And then I sent a couple.
I
that
sent
I
him the
didn't mean
Forks
to.
Paul.
Yeah, and I sent a few that I didn't mean to, but it's fine.
Okay. All right. We'll try to figure. We'll try to figure something out here. If you were to give yourself a grade last year, I'll ask you this. I mean, you guys have been pretty fortunate. Rainouts, things like that. You haven't had a lot of them, I don't think. But if you were to grade yourself last year on how the racing season went for Devils Lake, what would you say, Heather?
You know, I guess last year I would just say it was a mediocre year. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, we weren't lighting the world on fire, but I mean, we weren't bombing it. I mean, you know, yeah, some people probably may have a differing opinion, and other people were like, no, last year was awesome. So, I mean, it was just kind of even keel. You know, it was just kind of a flat line. You know, right in the middle. You know, we had to make a lot of adjustments to the schedule last year. We had to do a lot of moving around just to kind of accommodate other people, and you know, we really weren't all warm and fuzzy about our schedule last year, just because we had to do so many like different things, and it just kind of made it like a kind of a nightmare for us. And so I would, you know, just for those reasons, I would just say it was an okay year. It just, you know, we weren't lighting the world on fire.
What would you think?
I would say that the first half of the season was a C.
Okay.
Because we had 5 races in a row that we didn't get in.
Oh, okay.
To start out with, and then farming started, and a lot of our racers are farmers, so we were a little light on cars for the next few races. And after that, I'd say A plus. It was an excellent second half of the year.
You know, one nice thing too about Devils Lake Speedway is the bar and the restaurant. I mean, you guys are going all year long, but the food, I look at your food specials and stuff, and man, it's a gem out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I was actually talking to people today, they didn't realize that there were still things going on there if there's no racing, you know, that you can go and eat there. So that's good. But I mean, where do you guys get, like, I know when you do your seafood and stuff, is there a secret to where you get your stuff for?
No, we just get it from Cisco.
That's it, huh?
Yep. We just know how to cook it.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
We know what to buy. You know, that's a big thing. Like, we've been to a couple different distributors through the years, and so when we made the switch to Cisco, you know, we kind of had like a rough idea, like who are, you know, what SKUs we wanted, so that it makes it easier.
We always buy quality food.
Yeah.
You know, the quality food, it's number one. I mean, people can go and buy cheap crap, and it's going to be cheap crap.
And you're going to hear about it.
Yep.
Then they're going to complain, and then of course, they don't ever complain to your face.
No.
They complain to everybody else.
Right,
You know, it's
right.
like the keyboard warriors out there. It's
Right.
like, you know, not having the balls to say it to my face, but you
we-
can go complain all you want to anybody else.
You know, you know, when we go to different towns or whatever, we always like, where's place eat? Where's place eat? Where's place eat? And then we'll go and try it, you know, and
Sure.
everyone's like, you know, and everyone rants and raves about it, and we're just like, yeah, that sucked.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they just bought the cheap crap off of, you know,
Yep.
so-and-so's truck, and no.
So, have you ever gone to a place where you decide we need to steal this dish
There's been a
and
few
get her
places.
going
There's been a
in
few
our
places.
place?
A few, but we usually don't.
Yeah. I mean, change the name a little bit. Who's gonna know?
Yeah. I mean, there's been a few things here and there. It's like, oh, you know, we could totally do this. This would be easy, you know, and, you know, it'd be cost effective. And then there's some things that I'm just like, okay, well, there's one spice in here. I can't figure out what it is. And then I start thinking about it, and I was like, we don't have the kitchen space to do this elaborate of a dish. You know, we don't have 10 line cooks back there
Sure.
to whip this stuff out. You know, it's 1 or 2 people.
Yeah. Can you stand up a little higher? I just want people to see your shirt. There we go. Hey, we better do this. There. Especially for the FJB part of the bottom. Gotta love that. In fact, Paul the producer, we are sporting our Let's Go Brandon FJB bracelets on. We always wear those too, so I like the shirt. Okay. Schedule for this year. I was looking at it online. Looks like it's a pretty aggressive schedule. Let's talk a little bit about it. Let's see. Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong. All together this year, you're going to have your WISSOTA late models. You're going to have WISSOTA Midwest mods, WISSOTA street stocks, pier stocks, trophy class, Western Renegade non-wing sprints, Minn Kota Lightning sprints, the NLRA, but that's also WISSOTA late models. Am I missing any class that's going to be there this year?
Not as of now, but we may have one more coming.
Okay.
Possibly we don't have it in stone yet.
Okay.
But, it'll be probably our last race of the season. We're looking at bringing in another class. So that'll have to be a secret for now and see if it shows up.
Okay. I hate secrets, by the way. Anything when you're looking at your schedule that just kicks you right in the lower extremities, like, man, this is going to be a fun one?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we have a ton this year. We have a ton of specials and a lot of big ones, you know, and especially the ones that we've had in the past, the Golden Hammer races with the Walla Halla Building Center. They've been great to us, and they're bringing in the Golden Hammer for $5,000 to win for the late models again, and another $3,000 to win for the Midwest mods. So we can't thank them enough for supporting us and all the racers they support. It's just unreal.
Oh, yeah. But we had Savannah Strand was on not too long ago, and they were just marveling about Devils Lake Speedway. They just absolutely, she says the late model guys absolutely love going there, and you guys have got them coming quite a bit this year, don't you?
10 times. Well,
How many?
They're scheduled 10 times.
Wow.
Obviously, we're not going to get next weekend in. That's not.
Is that already supposed to start next weekend?
Yeah, it's supposed to be April 22nd, but that's probably not going to happen. We're kind of looking at May 13th is we're going to try to get going.
Okay.
And that is actually an NLRA race. So
sure.
We'll start out the season strong.
Yeah, no kidding. That will be a strong start. I tell you what we're going to do. I want to take just a couple of minute break here because we've got so many things to talk about. Are you ready for a little break? Or do you want me to?
I got those pictures too.
Okay. Because we got 2 ads back to back that are going to be on there. Are you ready or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear a little bit from our sponsors. Muskox. Man, what a great piece of equipment. Check this out. Hey, if you move snow with a skid steer, you've got to see the Muskox difference. A patented back drag feature allows operators to blow snow while back dragging in front of obstructions. Garage doors, siding, and fire hydrants. Now, this saves time and money while lowering injury risk by decreasing manual labor. The optional dual auger, called the dually, helps the operator eat through big snowfalls, ice-crusted snow, and blow more snow while back dragging. And the glide plate, it allows you to glide over grass and gravel without ripping up the soft surfaces. Subsequently, create an instant torque of the lower cutting edge to break up snow and ice to better expose hard surfaces. See the Muskox difference. Go to muskox.com or Facebook at Muskox Snowblowers or call 218-288-1905. See the difference for yourself. It's the Muskox difference. We've had another sponsor that has been with us since day one on Dirty Thursdays, and that is Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got a lot of things happening coming to Grand Forks, and listen to this. Want an oil change in a hurry? This is not a dream when you go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Grand Forks. Heck, you can sit in your car while they change your oil. It's that fast, and you don't even need an appointment. And make sure to register for free tickets for the toughest monster truck tour coming to Grand Forks April 22nd at the Alara Center, and pick up free pit passes too. Be watching for one of these awesome trucks beforehand at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Oil changes and more, done fast, so that you can get on with your day at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 3325 South 38th Street, or call 701-780-8462, and make sure to tell them that Grand Forks Best Source sent you. All right, a lot of people watching. Nick Curtis, morning all. Katie, Paul Erickson, Daryl Works, Austin, Marty, Corey, Gary, Carrie. By the way, I want to mention Daryl Works. Talked to him. He's Canadian. To talk to him yesterday. He says they have no snow up there in the Winnipeg area. Isn't that crazy?
That would be great.
Yeah. And we ended up, I'm looking out my window and I'm going, well, my tree line right now, I still got 8-10 feet drifts, at least that deep. Is it like that around your neck of the woods too?
Yeah, we're pretty deep, especially by the racetrack. We got blown in pretty good, so
yeah,
it's gonna be. I bet you we'll have snow behind our grandstand going into June.
Oh yeah. I believe that.
So. The snow is melting from the ground up. It's fine.
I don't know.
It's fine.
There's no sun behind the grandstand. That's the only reason.
No,
I
I
say
know.
that.
Yeah, I've got some spots like that too in my yard that there'll be snow there all freaking year. Jeff Panzer's watching too. Hey, Jeff, where's Chad?
Jeff.
Huh?
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, where's Chad? Let us know. Where's Chad? Since he's not
I
here.
think Chad didn't come because he was afraid I was going to make fun of his addictomy surgery.
Lop it off me.
It's what?
Lop it off me.
Chad and his procedures. Should we take a look at some pictures?
Sure.
And I'll let you guys do the play-by-play here. And let's see if we got the ones that you didn't want on. You might. We'll see.
me and getting a little click happy.
Hey, that's a pretty cool picture. Bear's a little better than the first kind we had, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm in Grand Forks, so I'm not going to be able to make it today. I'll have to pick some up.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
You know, that is a
Beer
great picture.
distributor? Yeah. I think Bobby Dusso took that.
Of course, Wasona B Mods.
Yep. And there's the corner 4 bar with their lovely patio. And you can see that a storm system was blowing off, I guess you could say. I think that was one of
Splitting. The lake effect split.
Yeah. Oh,
Lake
sure.
effect split. And he was able to catch it with the sun.
That is really neat. Now, if you're not familiar with the racetrack, that's the bar and the restaurant, and you can see the people that can actually sit out there on the deck, and that is just coming out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. So, great pick.
Yeah, the actual racetrack's only about 25 feet away from the actual
from the deck.
deck.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's such a great place to watch.
That's another one that Bobby had. We had a 5 wide.
5 wide. That tells you something about that racetrack right there.
Yep, and I think that was coming into corner 3, I believe.
Okay. I didn't see the van in the background.
No. Van Man is actually paying for admittance now.
That's what I heard. All right.
Okay, so
Who's this motley crew?
well, we were down in that was one of the oops. We were down in Vegas for the alumni game, and Robin Anderson actually took that picture.
Really?
Yeah, we were sitting there talking to Robin, and boom, I ran into my cousin Brenda and her husband and their 3 boys.
Oh, okay.
So we made sure to get a picture.
Awesome. It's so cool when you go somewhere and you run into people you know.
Yep.
Oh,
That
okay,
is
now I'm
the
hungry.
world famous ribeye.
That is, now I'm hungry. Now, do you serve, can you get that any day?
Yep.
Yes.
Thursday.
Okay.
We're
And
open
that is-
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep,
Thursday,
and
Friday,
that
Saturday.
is hand cut off the roast,
Oh, okay.
so it's fresh.
Good stuff.
And
That-
secret seasoning.
Yes.
And secret seasoning.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
That is last year's Golden Hammer winner, Mike Gresseth.
Did he win the NLRA again?
I think he did.
I believe so.
Okay, so special award. Stony Crook was our Sportsman of the Year award.
Mm-hmm.
So that was him up getting his. We kept it a secret from him. And you know how hard it is to get Stony somewhere when he like, no, I don't need to be there. Like, I'm not in the points. Like, why am I going? We're like, so I had his brother on it. I had McCara on it. Like, I had everybody
I forgot.
on it.
I got a check here from you from like a year ago. I forgot
Yeah,
to
he
give
don't
it to you. Yeah. Stoney's been around for ever too. Wow.
But he helps so many drivers out.
Oh,
And
I know.
he's just encouraging to these young drivers. So it was well deserved.
Yep.
So my first year in modifieds when I was 15, I was racing against Stoney, and one of the greatest guys to race against. I don't think we've touched once ever.
Really? Wow. Yeah, that tells you something there. Especially with a 15-year-old
Right.
running side by side with a 15-year-old. All right, got some wingless sprints here.
Yep, Steven took that one from the flag stand. They do traditionally they do a 3-wide salute instead of a 4-wide salute. So that was a really nice picture that Steven got.
I have to make sure I get my race pass or whatever because the wingless sprints are the hardest for a race announcer to call. They got that little dinky little number on the back end of the car.
Yeah, you should try and score them when they don't have a working transponder. It's a great time.
I believe you and I know this. We did it together last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a big number on the wing. Okay, there they go. That must be coming out of turn 4.
Yep. That's going to the straightaway.
Oh, sure. There's the flag stand. Okay.
Yep. So that was taken at the non-wing nationals last year. So
and another great event that we're looking at a lot of cars coming this year. It was a great success for the first year. That's during Labor Day weekend. Miles puts together one heck of a show, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
We're getting a lot of travelers and stuff coming up.
Oh,
for
nice,
it, and
nice.
It's really pulling together. So.
Yep. That's it. Okay.
That's
I did notice. Let's see. Thursday night. You guys have got a Thursday night special.
Yeah.
Coming up this year. Tell us about that.
So, me and Jason Berg have been talking. I know you had him on the show the other weekend or last week.
Yeah, Jason didn't exactly have that whole story.
Okay.
It was pretty close. He, I kept on wanting to have the Nationals or have his big event at our track. And, since the Lightning Sprints are normally in Greenbush, and they're kind of based out of Greenbush, the Saturday was always taken. So,
Sure.
So we just talked about it a little bit, and we figured out, well, why don't we try a Thursday and see what happens? And, with it actually being in the Nationals this year, he's expecting over 50 cars.
Yeah,
It's going to be one heck of an event. And we actually added for that weekend, we're going to run Thursday and Saturday.
Right. I saw that. Yep.
And what we're doing is we're going to add a $400 special to win for the Street Stocks also.
Oh.
And then the Cliff Reeves Memorial is going to be Saturday.
2 days later. Yeah.
And we actually talked to River City Speedway, and I can't guarantee this for sure, but what Brad said that they were going to throw in $400 to win for the streets.
Oh,
in
these
between.
guys could stick around here then for 3 days.
So they can do a 3-day
Sure.
deal.
A 3-day swing.
3-day swing. And, I'm going to try to maybe work out a deal where it actually is a touring, a tour deal.
That's a great deal.
Maybe,
And
maybe a point fund or something. We're working on it. So it's
Right.
It's something that we're trying to get going, and it's going to take a little time, but we have some time. It's all the way in August. So.
The thing is, these guys with the Power Eye Lightning Sprint Nationals, the guys from California, Colorado, all them, they absolutely love the racetracks around here, and now we can throw another one in the mix.
Yeah.
And the thing is it's just the dirt. Everything is completely different here than it is out there, but they just rave about them. I haven't heard them say one bad thing about any of the tracks that they have visited around this area. So I think that's going to be a hell of a show for you guys. Hell of a weekend.
It's gonna be a long weekend, but it's gonna be fun. It'll be nice to have a day in between to do some track prep.
Right.
And
But
stuff like
you
that.
don't have to hurry.
Right.
Recover.
Recover.
Yeah, recover.
Cook, cut up some more steaks.
Right.
Yeah, recover. You're always recovering. I got a couple of more people. Paul Erickson says, I think everyone was sick of winter and snow 6 months ago. Amen. You know who's watching the show? Chad Hoff.
What the heck, Chad?
Chad, you're watching the show. Great to hear. Mason Aaron's racing videos. We kind of just touched on this a second ago. Nolan and Heather, whatever happened to the white van?
We made fun of him enough.
did.
Between you and I and Chad, and like the time we had the entire grandstand stand up and wave at him. I mean, that was like classic, we're just, we just turned it into, we're just going to make fun of you,
Yeah.
You're like, I know you're lying. Like, you've been here 4 weeks in a row. You're not here enjoying the sunset.
And now he actually comes and parks and pays and comes in.
Yeah,
now-
I think somebody told him, like, dude, they're making fun of you.
Yeah, okay, so have you talked to him? Did you see him? I'd like to be there the first time he pulled up.
I've had some altercations with him.
Okay.
Because he like blew through the back gate, blew by Nikki and was, he didn't think that he had to sign in. And I'm like, dude, you got to go sign in. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, and pay.
Yeah.
I have to pay to be back here? Yes.
Well, no, it's free.
And you can't have your personal vehicle back here, dude.
He can't park
Get
the van
out.
in the pits.
Yeah, So him and I had rounds about that, and then he eventually just left, and I'm like, whatever. And then I'm like, who is sitting in the field? Like, okay, you like drove, because this field wasn't planted at first.
Yep.
And so he drove across the field and was like by the shelter belt there, and I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, do they think we're running drugs over here? Like, what's the deal
You know
here?
what would have been great? You know, they have certain days at racetracks. It could have been give the guy in the white van the mirror shot and give everybody a little mirror, and at the same time, everybody shine it right at him in the sun and see how long you last. He probably
funny.
Probably cook him in the van. That might be kind of funny.
And then the next week the field was planted. So Lenny couldn't. He at least had the decency to not drive through a planted field.
Yeah.
So Lenny's all over the place, kind of on in the ditch,
Shoulder of the road.
the shoulder of the road.
Right. Jeez.
You really can't even see that much from over there. So
No.
I don't know what he was
Yeah,
even trying.
All you can see, because I drove over there. I went and did a little scouting mission, see what he could see, and I'm like, okay, basically all you can see is turn 1 and turn 2,
Yeah.
and then you can't see.
Can't see anything. By the way, Chad says, love your shirt, Heather MacDonald.
Thanks,
Still
Chad.
haven't answered our question, Chad. Where the hell are you?
He just doesn't want me to make fun of his procedures.
I know he's usually so good at telling me he's not going to make it. Like 2 minutes before 11, I usually get the text. Nope, sorry, bud, I'm not going to be there today. But no, we miss you, Chad. Anyway, so now you got the Walhalla Building Center 5th Annual Golden Hammer Classic, NLRA. You also got the Power Eye Lightning Sprint Nationals. Then you got the 3rd Annual Cliff Reeves Street Stock Special. You guys got a lot of good shows again lined up this year.
Yep, and like we said, the non-wing nationals.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yep.
a 2-day event. I mean,
Well, and the Renegades are going to put the wings on for Devil's Run weekend.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think some of the guys last year there was quite a few guys that didn't have wings, and now I think some of them have sought out and got wings for that show.
Is it hard? Have you guys? Does NOSA? Will they ever come to Devils Lake? I don't know.
I don't know. They never called, but I mean, it kind of. At this point, I don't know. They never called. They never asked. So we're just gonna trudge on without them.
Right. One thing I'm looking forward to this year, and I haven't got to see him yet, and I'm wondering if maybe this is what we were talking about earlier about those 305 sprints. I think they're going to be in Grand Forks a couple of times this year, but have you ever even seen them race?
Not actually live, but I have seen them on TV and stuff.
Is it? Yeah, because I think they run them weekly at Knoxville.
I think they'd be very similar to our Renegade guys with the wing on.
With a wing. Yep. Yeah, because
and they put on a good show.
They do.
Even last year, we were a little low on the count for the first time they ever did it because the guys weren't ready. I mean,
right.
A few of them had it, and I think we had 6 or 7 cars, and they still put on a really good race. So
I see one of the Ratton boys, I believe, is coming back and are on a wing list this year. Should be interesting.
I bet you'll have a wing.
Wait a minute. Time out. I thought he sold his car.
Yeah, he picked up another one.
Like, okay, remember we were sitting at the Spud here about a month ago?
Not Ratton. It was Sherrick.
Oh, Sherrick. That's who it is. Sherrick.
Yeah, and
Not Ratton, Sherrick.
we ran into Nick Ratton, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I sold it all."
Yeah.
And we're like, "What? Why did you do that?" But I get it.
I know.
I don't want to get it, but I get it.
The thing is, with these new classes, I remember when the wingless guys first came out, Kim Young is going to be back running again this year, I think, too. But it always takes a year or two to get footing, to get traction in these new series. I think the wingless sprints were the same thing, but
it's our biggest class that we have.
Yeah,
it's the fastest growing class in the state of North Dakota.
Absolutely, and every time I see them, the racing gets better and better. These guys are starting to figure it out. It's still, you always hear people say, well, there's no economic classes. There's no...
The hell there's not.
The ones that they start out to be an economic type class that save you some money, they always end up... I mean, look at if you were to get a new street stock and make it, a winning car, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money. But these wingless sprints, you can get by with a 20-year-old chassis if you need to. What a great deal.
No, it's right.
My car was a 2003, and it handled great. I mean, I never got it out that much, but I had fun when I did, and I actually just sold it, so it'll be another car, another rookie. He's a rookie in the sprint cars, but he actually used to race some sport mods and stuff out in Minot. So he said he'll be coming to Devils Lake, so it'd be nice to see my car out there with somebody in it that can actually run it.
So how many race cars do you have left, and how many different classes of race cars do you have left?
You got Frankenstein left, and the late model and the modified.
My Frankenstein light model is a 2-seater, so I have that, but I haven't ever got it fully together. But I still have a late model and a modified.
Boy, that'd be cool. I mean, that'd be a great little gimmick there at the track. Somebody somebody can win some rides in a late model.
Yeah, it would be, that whole time, energy, and money thing comes into play to finish that off. And then he grenaded a motor, so now we're.
My whole thing with the I sold the wingless, but I kept the motor. Like I kept all the stuff around the motors, and because the Renegades have such a cheap motor. It's a 5.3 LS motor.
5.3, yeah.
I have 2 more ready to go. And all I have to do is put all my stuff on it, and I'm actually going to maybe throw it in my late model mod and let people drive it for the trophy class.
It's funny because I was talking to Sherrick the other day, and he was talking about these motors, and he as an example, he had said somebody had sent his in to get freshened up, and the motor builder sent it back saying, doesn't need it.
It doesn't need it.
It doesn't need anything. This thing is it's still up to what it was when it was built. So that tells you something right there.
Well, Nolan has a phobia of freshening motors. So he won't. He just drives them until they pop, and then we just go buy new ones.
Until they explode, until you grenade them.
My race motors, anytime I've ever had them rebuilt, they don't last more than 5 to 7 races.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the bad juju, so we just...
Is that like Arizona?
Yeah.
Right. I think that was a problem that my car was sitting so long.
Oh, sure.
That my rev limiter wasn't working, and I think I had the wrong gear in. I was running like 9,000 RPM. So that was probably the reason why that motor
might have
exploded.
a little something to do with it.
It's kind of a long trip to learn that, but
more people. Yeah, that is a long trip.
Well, everybody says like your first trip to Arizona is like the bad luck streak, and then it gets better after that.
It's your learning curve.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Get it out of the way. Tommy Corcoran watching. Good morning.
Morning,
Corey
Tommy.
Palm. What are wings?
Yeah.
Travis Strandell, Carry On Trough Group of Travis. The wingless cars are fastest growing class I have ever seen. Joshua Johnson. There's a little difference between 305 at least my wingless. Just a little more get up and go with a 305. An injection. By the way, with a 305 show at Grand Forks the week after the sites. Would you consider running them at DL the same weekend? If not, I'd for sure bring the non-wing.
Okay, so Josh, listen carefully. The call has been placed. We're waiting for the call back.
Oh, okay. Chris
That's
says,
all I can say.
All right. Chris says, wingless are fun to watch. Just wish the crashes weren't so violent. No wing to slow the roll. Scary times. And you do have that conversation with these guys. The wings, it does slow the roll. It dissipates a lot of the action or the inertia or whatever, and it's kind of a cushion a little bit.
I don't know what it is with Grand Forks and the wingless. They seem to have some violent rolls there.
Well,
they rarely have a crash at Devils Lake.
I've never seen one crash at Devils Lake.
I think a lot of it has to do with track prep. Because like the day that you went for a ride and it was just too sticky
for the
too sticky. They do need to have a little slide to them.
Sure.
And if it's too sticky and they can't get that slide in there, they're gonna hook,
because they don't have the power to power it out.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And those banked turns and stuff too. They got a little more banking on them and probably carrying a little more speed.
Yep.
Than maybe that they are used to. What else was I going to mention about the wingless sprints? Anyway, it couldn't have been too important. Oh, do you have one night from last year and this year that really stands out for you? Do you have one last year that stood out? Just an awesome. The racing gods were with us. And hopefully one on your calendar for this year.
Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend. The 2-day show. That one really, we just the vibe of that entire weekend was overall. I mean, I had a couple ladies up in the booth like telling me how to do my job, and I'm like, no, I don't have to listen to you because I put it in as a special. I can do it the way I want.
Sure.
Bye.
Sure.
Bye.
Now, you still got the fish house or a camper or anything at the racetrack? Because when you have these 2-day shows and things like that, I know it's no fun going back and forth. It's kind of fun to be able to go hang your hat somewhere for a couple hours.
We only live a mile away, so it's easy.
That's not too bad.
I can see the racetrack from my living room.
Really?
Yep.
Yes. Wow. So I know if I'm not at the bar, I know exactly when people leave.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But we actually steal the internet from the racetrack to send it right over to our house.
Oh, you're that close?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had the telephone company put satellites on the roof at the racetrack at the bar and shoot it to my house, and there's a satellite on my house that intercepts it. I'm like, I'm not okay, because like with internet, when you're a business, you pay a higher rate than you do
Yeah.
personal. And I was like, I'm not paying for internet twice.
Yeah.
So I had them, we had to pay for the satellites, whatever.
We already had to have it sent to the booth and sent to the back gate. So we're like, oh, why don't we have it sent to our house too at the same time?
Why not? I wonder if any of those guys are watching the show today.
And the neighbors will never guess the password. So best of luck.
Now you got me thinking.
You'll never guess it. Good
So
luck.
we're hoping to get rolling next weekend. It's probably not going to be next weekend, but
That's a big hard no.
and the thing is, it's just we always play this game. You try to think, okay, as me as an announcer, I'm thinking, okay, I got minimum of 25, 26 shows this year. You hate to not be able to get all of them in. I can't stand it, especially at the beginning of the year when it's so tough around here because, well, how bad do you miss racing? I mean, I can only watch. Thank God the Bristol Dirt Race was on because that was
that was a fun race to
It was
watch.
really good, and I haven't finished watching it all yet. I mean, I know who won and all that stuff, but they finally got that right. But
they still need to take the windshields out. It drives me nuts. I'm
Yeah.
like, put the tear-offs on. Like, if we're going to have a dirt race, let's have a goddamn dirt race.
I would love to see some of these guys that have never been on the dirt until, these races, see them fiddle-faddling around trying to get a tear-off. I think that would probably cause a few wrecks. But
It's
Possibly.
fine.
yeah,
It's fine.
And I don't do any of the streaming services for racing, which my wife keeps threatening me because we have satellite. And it's unfreaking believable the cost to have TV for a month. It's ridiculous.
Stupid.
So we did come up with kind of a compromise. She'll let me get a couple of these racing street, where you can watch everything.
Yeah.
And then if I'll get rid of some of the channels I like. But it's going to be hard to do.
We usually have all the streaming services at some point, and then we try to get rid of one or two, and then a race comes on where you want it, you want to see it.
Yeah.
And then you have to get it again, and it's like, it's a never-ending deal.
Or,
but-
why, I haven't bought anything with this credit card. Why is it maxed out? Oh, streaming services.
No, sure, automatically comes out.
Yep.
Yep. But, I always see a lot of my friends are hanging around in somebody's garage or shop, and they're all watching a race. I'm sitting there watching Cops or something stupid.
We usually have a race on at the bar if there's something a good
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if we're supposed to do that.
Or
so-
whatever.
Yeah,
It
just
doesn't
watch
matter.
it. You're not forcing them to watch, are
Right.
you? Chad, so I'm still at work and I'm trying to listen to a conference call still and watching this, wondering, what am I paying attention to? Flow racing is a good one. Thanks, Tim. Billy Schletter watching. Tim, by the way, is going to be at the Racer Showcase, I do believe. And I remember I had such a hard time with this. His name is spelled Tim Kujawa, but it's Tim Kuyava. I think I got it right. I think I got that
that's
right.
Do you know him?
No, but I know the name.
Yeah, and, I believe he won it all this year, the ice racing. I finally went to the last one of the year. It was a blast. You can go park basically wherever you want. So I went and parked right off of turn 4, coming out of turn 4. You're sitting right there with a cooler full of beer, and it is awesome time.
It's a little cold to be drinking beer.
No, well, you sit in your car
Yeah,
with the
so-
heat on, and then they have it on the radio, so you just tune into the radio and you can get all the
Don't
play-by-play.
you get a coffee mug and put a little something in there?
Something sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not a coffee drinker unless it has a little something in
hot
there.
chocolate with Bailey's, something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fireball.
Trader Vic's. I like Trader Vic's. Tim says I nailed his last name. Nailed it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so what's cooking this weekend at the bar?
Seafood tomorrow night. Ribeyes every night.
So when you have seafood, what are you saying? What?
Lobster tail. Yeah.
Jumbo breaded shrimp,
Shrimp
scampi, baked potato, garlic toast.
Big tater.
Oh, man. You should go there after. I got to go to Fargo tomorrow.
That sounds pretty good.
I can still taste that Keystone.
Yeah. It did cure my hangover though. It did.
Scared it out of you is probably what happened.
Yeah.
Chased it away.
That greasy pizza he got me at the Lakota Senex. I was like, oh, I feel a little better now.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
that
And then I
helps.
got here, and then I was like, nah, I'm still not 100%.
Gotta have the greasy pizza.
Yeah.
You got notes there, Nolan. What's going on?
So I just have more of our schedule here. I mean, we have 4 NLRA shows. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we had 10 late model shows total. So there'll be
Wow.
six that aren't NLRA, but
Yep.
it's still the same
They're
guys.
still racing, they're just
still
not going for
racing.
points,
Yep,
yep.
they're just not going for points for NLRA. But I
There's
feel
still Wasota point shows.
still Wayzata
Sure.
point shows, and I think we're going to see a lot of cars for all the races for that. I think the late model class is really growing.
Well, one nice thing about it is a lot of these NLRA guys are based out of Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, and a lot of them now with the cost of fuel, tires, and all that crap, they're not going to go travel, all the way down to southern Minnesota or western North if it's not a points race.
Right.
But
Yeah. What's
being in
73
Devils Lake-
miles?
exactly,
and
exactly.
all of our races that aren't NLRA shows are not conflicting with any of their NLRA shows. We made sure that they're all, we worked with Brad Sang,
Yeah,
and got it all figured out to where
Yeah,
it should work out.
That's another thing too. I don't mean to interrupt you, but a lot of these people don't realize when you're saying, "Well, how come we can't get them there or this there?" You guys have got to work with pretty much every local track around here. That's how they
try to,
all have
yeah.
to. It's like, well, why do you race on Sundays? Well, because these guys race on Fridays, these guys race on Saturdays, and that's just the way it is. But okay,
Scheduling is a nightmare.
Oh, I bet.
It is.
I
It is.
bet.
It is very stressful, and it's a lot of like give or take, And then this year, I was just like, I'm done playing the politics.
yeah.
You can take your politics and shove it.
I agree. What else you got?
So, like I said, the Golden Hammer Classic, July 15th for the $5,000 to win. The NLRA race. Oh, actually, the July 15th is the Midwest Mod. Sorry. The Walla Halla $5,000 to win is June 24th. We have the late models again, the NLRA on July 22nd. We have the late models on August 5th. We have NLRA again August 19th, the late models again August 26th. And then we go to the non-wing nationals in September 2nd and 3rd. And then the Pure Stock Nationals is coming back on the 16th. And
wow.
We actually have the Lightning Sprints coming that weekend too. And then our secret class that everybody already figured out.
We're
don't know
just
if I-
waiting for confirmation. Like we can't announce
We
it
can't
yet.
announce
Like
it, but-
we did reach out. We'll see what happens.
I still don't know if I've figured it out yet. I just threw a dart out there.
Just go reread Josh Johnson's.
Oh, okay. All
There
right.
you go.
All right. Billy, John, or Chad, if any of the track crew have been pushing snow off River City Speedway? I do not. I know they've been out there. I also know Tommy is back in town now, so I would imagine he has been out there.
I would not recommend. Now the ground's soft now.
Oh, right now,
0
yeah.
stars. Do not recommend having to push snow if you don't need to.
Yeah, we did it
Don't
last
do
week
it.
before
Don't do
really
it.
got warm.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to grab the neighbor's skid steer and try to move some snow away from my house, but it got warm so quick, so fast, I don't dare.
No, the
So now I'm
ground
getting
is so
pumps ready.
soft. Yeah, the ground's so soft. It's not worth it if you don't have to.
No.
Oh, and then I forgot about the Lightning Sprint Nationals again, the
Oh,
Thursday
yeah,
night
that's
show.
right.
So
Thursday night show.
it's another one, and just a ton of specials this year. It's gonna be a full season.
So if
Be a lot of action.
It's gonna be hard on the checkbook.
Yeah, well, especially like this Thursday night show now. I don't know if you're. I know an announcer. Maybe you could go if yours can't make it there. Anyway, have you guys? Sponsorship is such a big deal. Not only for the race car drivers, but also for tracks. You guys have had some pretty good sponsors helping you out over the years. If you want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, we have some really great sponsors, and I'll let Heather name them off here. But I just want to say that it's been so great working with all the sponsors that we have, and I actually was kind of behind the 8 ball and started working on my sponsorships actually the beginning of this week, and everybody was all ready to go. I
Wondering when you were going to call.
Yeah, I was kind of behind the 8 ball because nobody wants to call somebody and ask for something
No, I
when
know.
the weather sucks and everybody's miserable.
Yeah.
So
Can I
when it
talk to
started
Jeff? No, he's out moving snow right
Yeah,
now.
yep.
Can I take a message?
Well,
Nope.
once it actually warmed up and it felt like kind of spring, then was the time to call, and it actually went better than I've ever had. So,
Nolan has to be in a good mood too.
Yeah, I have to be in a good mood to make the call.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
All right, so we've got Beerley Construction, of course, Walhalla Building Center, Farmers Union Oil, CHS, new one this year, Rick's Concrete. He's coming on for a race night. Tronson Grain, they also have a race night. Schwann Wholesale's back on a race night. Another new one this year is Lake Region Corp. They're actually going to be sponsoring
Thursday show.
The Thursday show.
Oh.
And it's their 40th anniversary. They work with like the mentally handicapped.
Mm-hmm.
So all of their people will be coming out. And so like I need to confirm this with Jason, but I'd really like to have like a meet and greet with their people and like a car for them to take a picture with, make it really a special event for them. Brecky Aviation, Bolas Construction, of course, Napa, NDTC, Calderwood Landscaping, Performance Auto. Another new one this year, J&E Financial Services, Jerome Wholesale, High Plains. They've been really good to us throughout the years. Ramsey Repair's been really good to us throughout the years. You haven't called them yet, so.
Got a question. Kim Young, what is the first weekend for the non-wings in Devils Lake?
I believe it was supposed to be the 6th, but I don't think we're getting that show in.
Okay.
I'd have to look at the schedule.
Yeah, get on Facebook. Look at Devils Lake Speedway.
look
They've
at
got
the
the full schedule. That's
Or Devils. Well, I don't.
since you didn't bring me one today, that's what I had to do.
Yeah, well, sorry. We've had some catastrophes on the mail route, so we've been kind of juggling, working mail route,
So
some extra days.
That's a
and,
rural mail route.
Yep.
And are any of the roads around your route, are they closed off until spring? Because they're doing that now.
Not closed off, but we did get stuck last week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Like bad stuck?
Oh yeah.
Where you had to call in the cavalry to get you out stuck?
we had to call a neighbor.
So we
and-
weren't very far. We weren't very far from my family farm. So I tried to call my brother, and he's like, "Well, I'm walking into a meeting. You're gonna have to wait an hour." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, jackass." And then I'm calling the neighbor, and he's not answering. And then I call his kid, and his kid answers, and he goes, "Call him like 4 times in a row, and then he'll answer on the 4th time." So I'm calling, he's not answering. Nolan calls him, he answers right away, and I was like, "Cocksucker."
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting in this snowdrift for like 2 hours. So, God bless Kent. He came and he comes with his loader, and he's plowing me out, and here comes the goddamn snow plow. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're 2 hours late, buddy. You should have been out here right away this morning."
Oh, how do you really feel?
Oh. I am over winter.
I know.
I've been stuck 3 times this year, and I never get stuck. So 3 times was past my limit.
I ran my four-wheeler out of gas, and that's what I move a lot of my snow with. I ran it out of gas, so of course you know what happens when you run them out of gas, and you ended up having to pull the carb off because something got... So anyway, and then we get this big blizzard last week. I got it fixed in time for it, but as I was making my very last pass, my plow switch took a crap. So but hopefully it's done. I'm about ready to pull the plow off and go park the four-wheeler in the shed for the summer. And I probably shouldn't have said that because, damn it, that means we're going to probably get another storm.
I've never shoveled my car out so many times in my life.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And see, I don't park in the garage. I'd rather have my four-wheeler in there or my boat. So in the summer, my boat goes in there. In the winter, it's my four-wheeler. So all I got to do is hop on and I can start moving snow. But my wife parks in the garage. But I actually use a broom.
I remember, quite a few years ago, moving into our house and promised a stall in the garage. And then it hasn't happened the last couple of years.
I need my garage.
Yeah.
It's a 2-stall garage. You better make room because I'm over it.
You have a remote starter?
It don't work no more.
Oh, yeah. But same with my wife's. That's what he's for. You make him go out and start the car for you.
You should get up at 5 or 5:15, start the car. So
well, you got to draw the line somewhere. I don't know about
no,
that.
I'm sleeping in. Sorry.
That's funny.
So to answer the question for when the first wingless race is going to be, it actually is going to be May 13th. So
okay.
It'll be the NLRA plus the non-wings will
be a
there
great
too.
night.
So, yeah, be an awesome night.
And that is a possibility, the 13th, I would think.
We have a very big possibility of having that race.
If they say the frost is not like it has been in years past.
They dug over at the elevator. It's not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said it's like powder.
Yeah, because I just came from Fargo on Easter Sunday, and they're working on that big diversion north of Fargo, both sides of the interstate, and they were working Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And they've been digging out there for like 2 months.
Well, before this last storm, I was walking into my parents' house, and I was like, the snow's melting from the bottom up.
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, turns out the frost isn't there.
Right. And, that everybody's so worried about floods. We just set the record 120 days with at least a foot of snow on the ground here. That beat the record from 1996 and 97. And we all know what happened in 96, 97. But I tell people, I'm really not worried about it because I truly think that a lot of this is going to go into the ground and
we were
stop a lot of it.
We were so dry last fall that it's just gonna soak.
That's what's gonna help.
And
where the year before it was so wet.
Right.
And apparently, we were at the Wasota meeting when we got that first snowstorm, and everybody said it was really wet and really heavy. We wouldn't know. We don't know because snow was moved by the time I got home.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there wasn't a lot of moisture to the snow, other than this last one.
Sure. So what's up for the rest of the day, kids?
I gotta go buy my 7th grader a new dress for her dance on Friday.
Oh.
And then we gotta go to work.
Yeah.
No, then you got to. I suppose today
we're-
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Yep. So we're gonna. I'm cooking and Heather's bartending, and we're actually our cook and bartender are taking the weekend off. So we're gonna be there. I'll be cooking all weekend.
Yeah, own a business, own a track, own a bar. They say it's so much fun.
We'll be running mail in the morning and doing
Slinging drinks at night.
at night.
Slinging drinks at night. You know what?
Saturday's gonna suck.
But you know what? Just think about this. Okay, you have a bar and a restaurant at a racetrack. I could think of a lot of jobs that would suck way worse than that, man. I think that would just be awesome.
It's fun, being able to visit with people and
That's
and seeing how many new people show up, and because we're 17 miles out of in the middle of nowhere, and we get a ton of people from Devils Lake and a ton of people from Lakota and all the neighbors around, and they've really supported us a lot, and we're going on our 13th year. So
isn't that amazing?
I don't think anybody's made it that long. Well, nobody's
made it past 5 years in Devils Lake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So
and the fun thing is too, as you mentioned, you get to talk to these people, a lot of the people, but the race fanatics around here, they are that. I know one guy, Gary, and I see him whenever I'm in Devils Lake. He goes to every single racetrack around here, and he doesn't ever miss a race. He'll go by himself. He sits by himself, but he's a race fan, and you got to love those people, too.
yeah, absolutely.
God bless guys like Gary. There needs to be more Garys in the world.
There you go. There needs to be more Garys.
We need to really have an initiative. Bring a new friend to the racetrack.
Yeah, it's Gary night tonight.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Did we get everything out here?
I think so.
Yeah. We got time for one more bush latte before we get out of here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm sticking around for
I'm
another
not
show today.
drinking
So.
another Keystone.
We're not in a huge hurry yet.
Yeah, that was a little different, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, when you got a Coors Light, Busch Light taste, and then you go back to a Keystone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been, that's like what we used to drink in like high school and
Oh, yeah,
college.
yeah.
It takes some getting used to again.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not going to ever buy a Bud Light anyway, so that doesn't matter.
It's tranny fluid. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, gee. Here, tranny fluid. We better do this. There we go. All right. Heather and Nolan, thank you guys for coming in. And again, just be checking. Go to Devils Lake Speedway on Facebook. Find out when we're actually going to get this season going. It won't be that long. And, boy, like they've been saying during the show, they've got a hell of a schedule coming up at Devils Lake Speedway this year. I can't wait to get down there. I want to give a shout out to Rumor Sports Bar and Casino. They have been a sponsor here on Dirty Thursday for a long time. Their big sports card and memorabilia show is going on this Saturday here at the Grand Cities Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It was supposed to be about a month ago, but because of the bad weather, it got postponed. You might be able to still get in on this if you want a table. Call 701-740-5278, or you can email btyrell at umn.edu. That's BTYRRELL at umn.edu. Rumor Sports Bar and Casino, that's Bill Tyrell, who I'm talking about. Maybe go watch the Minnesota Wild play tonight, or the Twins. They got the Yankees for 4 in a row. Find it all at Rumor Sports Bar and Casino, wall-to-wall TVs. And again, thanks to Heather and Nolan for coming in. I am gone tomorrow. Make sure to catch Fork Sports Highway tonight at 6:30. Monty and Bill and the rest of the crew for an awesome sports show, and they have got a lot to talk about tonight, too. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. You'll never miss a show that way. Grand Cities are grand. Grand Forks' best source, giving them an identity again.